Joining me today is Charlene Verburg, the sales manager at Lindsay Saker Edenvale. Charlie and I go back a long way, and we're simply more than just colleagues. Charlene is a courageous, strong, resilient woman of whom is a cancer survivor, and I draw a lot of inspiration and motivation from her. Viewers, for me, a good leader is someone who is self-aware, compassionate, and possesses the ability to change the mindsets of people of whom are demotivated. These attributes may be weighted differently in each individual, and I truly believe all of them are necessary for effective leadership. To be a good team leader, you must be a well-balanced individual, just like Charlie. So let's welcome Charlene, also known as Charlie by me and all her friends and colleagues. And this interview is proudly brought to you by Sariti Solutions. Hello, Charlie.
Hi, Desh.
My gosh, I mean, like, we go back such a long way, and I think, as I said, we're more than just colleagues. We have grown such a close relationship, so I'm so thankful for you being here, contributing to our platform, and just being part of my life. Thank you so much.
A pleasure, girl.
Charlie, let's begin here. You've had so many years of experience in the motoring trade, but let's tell our viewers where this all began for you.
My journey in the motor trade started a wrong conversation at the right time.
Okay.
So, yes, I had to make a phone call to my then husband's boss to say he doesn't want a job, and I saw opportunity and I said, can I apply for the job? And yeah, I am.
Okay,
yes.
And which brands have you worked for? How many years has it been?
I've been in the industry since 2007.
Mm-hmm.
I started off as Renault. At Renault, I had no clue what I did. I knew I could sell. And yes, I've grown from there. I was with Renault for a while, and then I went with management to Nissan Vereniging, which is quite a travel from where I lived. Mm-hmm. And then I got opportunity forcefully to go to Mercedes-Benz, and back then I knew nothing about Mercedes-Benz. Mm-hmm. If I must be really honest, which I always am, I thought it's an old man's car. And I was told if I don't take the opportunity, then I don't have a job. So I took the opportunity, and honestly, the rest is history.
Tell us more about your dealership. I know you came from Toyota to VW. It's not much of a culture shock, I would say, but it is different. Tell us about the dealership and the brand.
So I think as a whole, I still work for Motors. So the whole Motors under the same umbrella is the same. The culture is the same. They're very much about their people. VW, the way that I've explained it to people is Toyota is more LCV than passenger, whereas VW is passenger driven. Obviously we are growing the LCV side of the business. Yes. But VW and Motors got very much the same value to me. VW means people's car, and I believe that Motors believe in the people. So that's where I put the two together.
Yes, and the dealership itself?
I love my dealership.
You report to the dealer principal is Lavon.
That's correct.
And she and I also go back a very long way.
Yes.
And I think it's just Lavon and Charlie that will come and sit here on my guest seat like this. So you have very much the same personality, very extroverted, very out there, people's person. So you guys make such a great team. And I'm sure you bring this type of energy to the dealership. So tell me about it.
So I think the amazing thing about Lavon is that she allows you just to be you, because she's just her. She allows the people to bring their own, call it spice to the business, and she advocates for a team like second to none. She's just like, she's an amazing leader. Yes, and I think she's put a bit of pressure on me to be more me than I've ever been me. So I think that's the amazing part. And every department bring their different spice to the dealership. Right. But as a leader, allowing your people just to be you. When you come to work, when it's supposed to be like, you're there from 8 till 6 at night, and just still be you. is amazing.
Yes, absolutely. So what do you enjoy most about your role? And I met you as a sales manager many years ago for Toyota, Motors Toyota Kempton Park, and your staff and the people that worked for you, the people that reported to you, all had one thing in common in terms of their opinions about you. You're just a great leader, but you obviously enjoy this role. What about this role do you enjoy?
I won't say it's the role, Desh. I'll never forget that I was a salesperson once upon a time in my life. So I think that's something I'll always remember. So I do understand that salespeople being in their position currently, it's not the easiest thing in our current market. So if you can remind yourself that you also went through that and it's not that easy, it makes it easier for them to relate. And it's okay to make a mistake, it's okay to fail, it's okay to lose a deal, but you keep on, you get up and you try again. So yeah, it's not the role, it's the people and growing people and seeing people blossom.
Yeah. You know, Charlene, my next question for you is kind of off topic, but also relative to you know, being a sales manager and being in the trade that we are in. You are a cancer survivor, as I said. I follow you on Facebook, even though we don't speak that often. You are such an inspiration. You're so motivated. What's been that inspiration? Who's been an inspiration to you?
I think cancer has always been an inspiration. You've got a choice to either let it get you down or stare it in the eye and say, you're not going to beat me.
I mean, you literally just came out of hospital again because you had some cancer found in your throat.
Yes. I'm cool, I'm fine, strong. My family, my kids are young and I don't know how to put this, but I didn't grow up with parents, so I knew when I found out the first time around the 14th of October 2013, I had breast cancer. I had 2 little ones, and I knew that I had to show them that you either get up and you fight for what is worth and what is life and love, or sit down and wait for it to consume you. And I'm kind of like a bad loser, so there was no way the cancer was going to get to me. And as far as the inspiration, I think we all go through our trials and tribulations in life. And cancer might seem like a big thing to you, yet you might have gone through something that's bigger than cancer. So we're all survivors in one way or another.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes us relate to each other and keeps us so close. We have a sisterhood that, like, it's so unique, and it's because of the fact that we're both survivors in different experiences. So, well, but you're still a great motivation for me, Charlene. I mean, really, everything you've been through, and so many women will probably watch this today, and whatever you are contributing today in terms of our content for this show might touch someone else's life. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you for having me.
Charlene, you obviously, you know, you look like perfection, okay? Like everything you touch turns to gold. Actually, everything she touches turns to salt, okay? But
like that, I'll take that one.
But you must have made some mistakes along the way, and you must have maybe or wanted to do something differently. Is there any advice you could give to aspiring sales managers? You know, that's something that they should do differently in terms of their work.
Desh, again, I think everyone makes mistakes. I think the severity of it differs. I've made many mistakes. I think my biggest mistake that I've made was at a stage I thought I was bigger than the business.
Oh wow!
And that was a big mistake. I fell short badly. It took me a while to get myself to forgive myself for what I've done or the way that I acted. But once you get to that point where you can say, I forgive myself and I'm human, I'm allowed to make a mistake, and you learn from that, you can move forward. And not necessarily just for managers. I think any person in a dealership or in the trade, whether you a receptionist, a cleaner, appy, workshop manager, salesperson, we're all going to make mistakes. You need to look it in the eye and firstly admit that you made a mistake, deal with it and forgive yourself, and and move on.
Yes.
The reality of it is, even if you forgive yourself, there'll be times that people will remind you of the mistakes you made. And up to you to stare in the eye and say, I know I am, I made a mistake. I'm not afraid or ashamed to say that I made a mistake, but I'm moving on.
Yeah, absolutely. You've always been a great champion and a catalyst for change, but I'm going to say a champion in whatever I do. Even from my old jobs with my ex-company, you've always been behind me, knowing that my one goal was to empower women. Why so?
So that's a difficult question, if I can put it that way, because I think a few years ago it was all about women trying to grow in the business, and with everything that's happened, and naturally as a woman you want to be better than men. Okay? Well, I think that. And back in the day it was maybe a little bit more difficult to get that step ahead, and even if you worked harder you were always overlooked. And the trade has changed, and it's thanks to some of the men that we are where we are now, and they've allowed us to grow.
Yes.
So I think that's important, and a shout out to all the men that's given me the opportunity and seen something in me that's pushed me and saw that in me for me to grow and be where I am today. And because someone saw that in me, it's important for me to pay that forward.
Yes, yes. Well, Charlene, I nominated you for the Motoring Woman of the Year Awards, and I'm making that very public because I believe that you deserve this nomination. It's been 4 years since I have been running, or I founded this platform 4 years ago, and I've never nominated anybody really in my friend circle or with my colleagues, and I put this nomination through because I really believe you deserve it. So yes, you're going to be going through the voting process, which is all transparent, so I now have nothing to do with it.
I'll send you the number, you can WhatsApp and vote for me.
But Charlie, listen, I mean, how do you actually, I mean, you've been championing for this cause, which is powered by Nedbank, or MFC, a division of Nedbank. How do you feel about how this platform has grown in the last 4 years?
I think it's taken off. In the beginning, it was, if I can say, slow, and it's taken off by storm. I mean, that's all you see, and I believe that women love that. We love being recognized, whether it's work or at home, we all love being recognized. Again, somewhere on the board is a few men that's powered this and said, let's do this.
It's actually mostly been men.
So that's amazing. I think that's absolutely amazing, recognizing strong women and successful women. So it's awesome to be part of it and be recognized. And hopefully I can pay that forward again later on.
Absolutely. It's not about winning. It's about using this platform to, to encourage and to motivate other women. So yeah, I mean, your work doesn't end here, okay?
No, never ends.
Charlie, what about advice that you can offer to women or young girls that want to join our trade?
It's fun. Number one, it's fun. And if that's what you want to do, and you've got this thought in your head, go for it. Don't ever expect to be treated any different. We choose to be in this motor trade, and when we choose to be in the motor trade, I always say I don't expect my guys to do anything that I'm not willing to do. So as far as women's concerned, don't expect to be treated any different than the men.
Yes.
I think it's empowering. And as well, I think men, I think they secretly like it when there's women there, because it's a bit of competition, healthy competition. So if that's a dream, go for it. Go for it. If someone gives you the opportunity, grab it, learn, fail, get up, be successful.
Definitely. So I know who Charlie is at home. You want to tell our viewers who Charlie is at home, and even tell them about the amazing daughter that you have. Okay, let's tell them about the amazing videos you do with your daughter and how she is. Tell us about that story. You adopted your lastborn.
Lastborn, she is our lastborn. I'm the same person at home as I am at work. We don't have much of a difference. Both my husband happens to be in the motor trade as well.
Okay.
So yes, so we very much have the same principles at work as home. maybe a lot louder at home than I am at work. Crazy.
Really?
Yes, yes, I am. Yes, we've got 4 kids. 3 boys, and then our last born, as you call her, and she is. We adopted her. She came home when she was just over a year and a week old, and she's just changed our life.
Yes.
I draw inspiration from her.
We're gonna have her picture up on the screen, okay? Because she is so adorable. You have to meet or see her daughter. So we're gonna have this picture,
no problem,
which we've never done, but we're gonna put this picture up on the screen.
She's had a tough start to life, and that child never cries. It's always smiling and laughing, and she sees the most beautiful side of life. And we learn from her, all of us, not only my husband and I, but the boys as well. I get emotional when I talk about her because she really is such an inspiration. She doesn't walk, she dances. She doesn't talk, she sings. And she's a little adult, wise and lovable. And she just adores life. And that's something all adults can learn from kids.
Absolutely.
Is just to embrace life. And when you've got a tough time, it's not that bad. I get home every night, I have to tell you this. Even when I fetch her from school, there's not a day that doesn't go by that she doesn't run to me and scream, "Mommy!" And that just like, you can't help but just fall in love over and over and over again. Not only with her, but with life.
Yes, yes. Well, I'm in love with you because I love you so much, and that I know that we've been so close for the longest time, and we're just going to grow together from strength to strength. So thank you for coming here today. Thank you for being my pillar of strength many times in my life. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Desh.
Okay, and thank you viewers for watching, commenting and sharing our interviews and content. Our non-profit companies, the Motoring Woman of the Year Awards powered by MFC and Evo by Nedbank, as well as the Talk the Torque studios powered by Sariti Solutions, are aimed at recognizing women that are making a difference and contributing to our trade. We are not just relating stories of challenges and success, we are changing lives. Together, we are providing a platform to empower and uplift the women of our trade. And this is a platform where we can also share our experiences as well as educate the future generations to explore the endless and exciting career opportunities in motoring South Africa. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and kindly get your friends and colleagues and families to follow us on all our social media platforms. Viewers, let's take the unwanted stress and complications out of purchasing your next vehicle. Please visit www.auto.evo.africa. We have thousands of vehicles on sale for you to choose from. We only advertise on behalf of reliable and trustworthy MFC accredited dealerships. This newly introduced car listing portal is absolutely amazing. It's user-friendly and can assist you from start to finish with your car buying process. All details are displayed on the screen, and there's also a link in the caption for this video. Ladies, having the drive and determination to work harder, to keep going and try new things is an excellent trait to have when it comes to being successful. Without drive, you are not going to be as passionate about what you are trying to achieve. Therefore, you are most or more unlikely to achieve it. So make sure that you can stay determined and passionate about what it is you want to succeed in, so that you have a constant drive to succeed, just like Charlene over here. And on that note, I would like to remind you that the question should never be, who's going to let me? It should always be,
who's going to stop me?
Aha!